All right. For the audience that does not know you, feel free to introduce yourself.
How's it going, y'all? My name is Isaac, aka Thatsisaac on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, everywhere, man. And thank you, George, for having me.
No problem, man. So, talk to us a little bit about yourself, how you got into content, and what it is exactly that you make.
Yeah, so I'm based in Southern California, to be more specific, in the Inland Empire, man. So shout out to all my boys in the Inland Empire. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I'm currently 20 years old, and I started creating content back when I was 15 years old. So I've been doing it for about 5 years now. And how I really started initially was this was back in 2019, and around this time, TikTok was considered lame, was considered boring, whack, whatever the terms may be. But all my boys would be sending me videos on TikTok, and they'll be so funny. Like I would be able to view them on like a free guest profile, and they were just so funny to me. Wait, hold on. Is our connection good? Oh, I'm not gonna
You
lie,
froze, you
George.
froze,
Really.
you froze. Sorry.
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
yeah. What? No, just repeat what I didn't hear what you said. You were saying about how you started making content at 15, and then you were like, and then you froze. So,
Oh
just
shoot.
what were you saying?
Yeah, so I started creating content when I was 15 years old, and initially it began on TikTok. And this was around the time back in 2019 when TikTok was considered lame, whack, boring, whatever the term may be. But these videos would be so funny, and they would go genuinely viral, and there would just be regular people just creating content around their humor. So I was like, man, like I see all these guys doing it. If they can do it, how can't I? So fast forward to my or during Thanksgiving break of my sophomore year, I had a full week of freedom to do whatever I wanted. So I was like, you know what? Let me create an account. Let me hop on TikTok and let's see where it takes us. You know what I'm saying? And about 1 month in of consistently creating, I say I was posting about like one or two a day, just testing the waters off of no experience. I was able to accumulate about 10,000 followers and a couple million views. And for me, that was great. Like not knowing what I was doing and having no social media background of any sort. I feel like that was great. And that was inspiring for me to keep going. So we prolonged this process of consistently posting up until quarantine. And then I realized, like, man, like I have no school. My grades can only go up. Let's just start like going all in. Let's just go 10 toes in and like let's start like going crazy with it. So then from here, I started posting like 10, 12 videos every single day, never reusing any audios, just keeping it pushing. And I did that for about 2 years. And that was solely on TikTok. Again, a couple 100,000 followers. And then I graduated high school. And then that's when I started going even deeper into it. And I started posting on YouTube, growing on Instagram and such, and have been posting consistently since then.
So, with that being said, you're talking about how this all kind of really went well during quarantine. I even see the play button in the background. Um, most people I know don't really show off their play button, so that's cool. I remember being the OG days of YouTube when a play button was a super big deal.
Mhm.
Um, you know, so were you like one of those kids? Like, how were you as a kid? Were you like super quiet or introverted? All of a sudden, like the content starts doing well, and you're like really extroverted, or were you already kind of like in the middle, and then this really helped you? Like, how were you as a kid?
To be honest, I've always been like a very like people person. I love having conversation. I always had a sense of humor. I always like cracking jokes, and it's funny because growing up, I would always get in trouble in class for talking. I would talk so much when the teacher was talking to my boys, like in my table. I would just always be talking, and that's just my personality. So I say I was an extrovert.
So, you seem like a pretty nice guy. You seem like you're very what's it called, attentive, nice individual. And with that being said, when you're making content, I gotta ask, like what's your process, right? Like when it comes to like talking to people and making a video and whatever goes into it, right? What's your process? Like, are you sitting at night with a quill and a pen and a paper? Like how is this going?
Thank you, man. Usually my process when it comes to planning, video planning and stuff like that, it would honestly just come to me throughout the day. Like I'll just go about my day, and my mind is always, well, now since I've been doing it for so long, my mind always thinks of like new ideas, what's next, what's trending, what videos I can make. So honestly, throughout the day, it just comes to me. And there is times, to be fair, there is times where I have a really deep creative block and I cannot think of anything. Nothing comes to me. So I just sometimes I'll just take like 10 minutes just to scroll, see what I find, or I'll go on my page, look at my old videos and see some titles and see some videos that do well and just kind of replicate them, or use that as fuel to think of new ideas and different ideas.
Does it ever feel, does it ever feel like, you know, oh, this is like so much, like, oh, I can't think of anything, or, is this worth it? I don't enjoy this anymore. Like those sorts of feelings. And how do you kind of communicate with those feelings mentally?
I'm not gonna lie, George, I do get those feelings, man. Like, to be honest, I wouldn't want to do anything in this entire world but content creation. But I mean, just like all jobs, man, like I treat this as a full-time job. It gets stressful. You start overthinking. You sometimes you'll even look back on your profiles and ask yourself, what am I doing, or is this even worth it? Just because being on the internet, you're being viewed by millions, tens of millions, hundreds of millions of people, and it starts to get to you, But truthfully, what keeps me going is putting my head down and remembering why I started, and it was just to make people laugh and just to showcase my personality through a lens for an audience to see.
Well, I mean, with that personality of like a gentle, receptive, nice, talkative person, and you're talking about wanting to make people laugh. Let's talk about the opposite end of it, right? When people don't like you, they don't like your content, right? And they're very mean, right? So, how did you kind of learn to cope with people's opinions, right? If that ever came about.
Right. I mean, honestly, at the end of the day, people are always gonna have their own opinions. People are always gonna have their thoughts about you, man. Like, no matter whether it's good or bad, you can't let it get to you. You just gotta stay focused and just stay on your path and just know what you're doing is right and know that you're doing what you love. That's just kind of how I navigate through it.
What do you hope in the next 5 years, right? What are you going to be doing then, right? Are you still going to be making content? And what is that content going to be looking like if you even have a plan?
I mean, when I first started 5 years ago, I wouldn't have expected myself to be where I'm at today. Not saying I'm the biggest creator or anything like that, but I take pride in what I do, So I believe that in 5 years, if I just keep showing up every single day, dropping every single day, innovating every single day, then it'll take me to a height that I can't even foresee right now, man. I'm gonna be honest, but I know it'll be on a positive incline for sure.
Let's say YouTube, Instagram, TikTok all disappear tomorrow. What's your plan?
What's my plan? Yeah. Hey, we working at the nearest McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? Hey, fill out that application. We gonna put the fries in the bag. Nah, truthfully, are you saying that if they just get straight up banned, like they're not coming back, like what's next?
Yeah. Like let's say the opposite of what happened to TikTok. Like everyone, there's an executive order signed that all these social media platforms are gone, or I don't know, they all go bankrupt. Let's say the unimaginable scenario that social media goes out of business. What then?
Truthfully, over this course of years I've been content creating, in a sense, you're basically marketing yourself. You're marketing your humor, and your comedic capabilities. So I'll just take these skills that I've created for myself and that I've built for myself, and probably go work with a company, like hopefully a big name company, to where I can incorporate these skills to promote and to advertise for them through just, I mean, since there's no more social media, it'll pretty much just be back to TV advertising and stuff like that. But that's probably what I would do.
So, do you ever feel that you could be like, do you ever make a video and you kind of beat yourself up over it, where you're like, I could have done so much better, this could have been so much funnier, or you start to doubt yourself, like kind of an imposter syndrome, like this isn't good enough, I need to succeed to like this level, right? Because you've had some really successful videos, like 18 million views, so on and so forth. So, did that ever feel like, why can't I do this again, or like chasing the dragon?
That's a good question. You know, yes, I definitely look back at some videos that I made and I see the flaws and I see what I could do better. And opposed to really regretting it and opposed to really like beating myself up about it, I will take that knowledge and dump it into the next video, because what's in the past is in the past. What you've done is what you've done. I just in my eyes, what I believe is that you should always what's the word I'm looking for? Like be you should always try to make sure that you're improving from the last video. So again, I'll just see what I did in the past on previous videos, picking out what I could do better and incorporating in the next one, honestly. I feel like that's how you grow, not only as a person, but as a creator and things of that nature.
What's the key to being funny?
Being yourself. It sounds so cliche, and it sounds I bet like many people would want like a different answer, but that's just the truth. Like everyone has their own humor, and it is bound to be liked by their own audience. Just be yourself, and everyone has their own humor.
Ever get recognized?
Yeah, from time to time. It's a cool feeling, but it feels kind of like different, man. Because like I don't know, it's not something like I really like anticipated, because I mean you're just getting the routine of creating and posting, creating and posting, creating and posting. You don't really expect all these externalities and what could happen in the real world of getting recognized or getting followed. I haven't gotten followed like in person, but like there's a lot of things that can come with it, like negative, good. There's good and there's bad, and thankfully I haven't had any bad experiences with anybody who's came up to me. It's always been good vibes, and yeah.
Well, with the being recognized, like, and how that feels, and what was the first time you got recognized, and how did that feel?
Oh my gosh, I'm
For
not
me,
gonna lie.
if that happened to me, I would never forget it. I'd be like, "Huh, that's a cool feel." I would never forget the first time I got recognized.
Bro, the more I think about it, I think it was at the gym. I'm pretty sure it was bro, I don't know why I don't remember this as vividly as I should. But I'm pretty sure it was at the gym. Like one day I was just working out at my local gym, and this guy came up to me because I had this like one TikTok video going crazy. The title was, let me pull it up real quick. It's pinned on my profile. It's I think it's POV. You play PS4 in 2023. Yeah. POV, you play PS4 in 2023, and it was a video of me, like trying to get my PS4 going, and I pull out some starter fluid and try to get it cranking, and then it cranks, and I start playing. That video got like over like 20 million views, and it was going crazy. Like, so I think like a couple of days after I posted that, that's like initially when I first started getting recognized, and it was a good feeling. Again, it was pretty cool, is knowing that like your hard work is getting recognized and is actually getting known to like people out in the real world. So it was pretty cool, nonetheless.
That I would imagine it's a very cool feeling. Do you have any regrets when it comes to making content, like things that you wish you had done sooner, or wish that you hadn't done, with regards to making content, or types of content, things that you did, maybe your work ethic, things like that?
I really do feel like I started at a good age. I feel like my work ethic has always been there. I've gotten that from my dad. I got that from my grandpa. They have such good work ethic. Shout out to them. But I wouldn't change anything, to be honest. Like I'm a big believer in God. I truly believe that everyone has their own path. Everyone's gonna get it in their own time. You just gotta keep your faith and just keep showing up.
Are you a Christian?
Catholic, yeah, Catholic Christian.
How has that kind of came in to content making and content creation?
It's tough, man, because you can't be 1 foot in and 1 foot out, man. You like in your faith, you really gotta dive deep. You gotta put all 10 toes in. But it has molded me into a person that will always have faith, no matter how views are looking, no matter the highs and the lows. Like, because I'm not gonna lie, like when you have low views, man, sometimes it gets to you. Like it should never be a numbers game, but it can get to you and it can start giving you doubt. And especially when you've been praying for social media success and talk about these things with God and your relationship with God, and you see low views and you see things may not be coming out the way you want it to. It can sometimes it can even like put a pause in your faith or make you doubt God, but it's gotta always thank Him for the high highs and the low lows, man, and just always pray to Him and always have faith no matter what, and knowing that He'll put you in a greater position as time goes on.
Is there one video that you look back on and cringe?
Uh, uh, yeah, I ain't gonna lie, yeah. There's been some. It's just like funny stuff, man. Like when I was a kid, I thought it was funny with you, old trends, whatever.
Were you on the Musically train at all?
Like I think like I was like a little. I was, but like not that crazy. Like I probably posted like 3, 4 videos on like my Musically account.
How old are you, by the way? I should have asked this sooner.
Yeah, now I'm 20. This year I'm turning 21.
Oh, so you're only 2 years older than me. Wow. Okay, I was expecting you to be like 22. Um, no, but so because I'm 18, so
Yeah, that's
yeah.
crazy, bro. You're really like polished for your age too, man. I will say,
Thank you. I appreciate that.
amazing.
Um, I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh wait. So you're based out of South Florida, right?
Southern California.
Or California. California, right? So you grew up in California?
Yeah, all my life. Yeah.
Any plans to move to somewhere else, like at all? Like, I'm gonna reach this amount of money and then I'm gonna move here. Like, you wanna venture off into the world at all?
I'd probably start traveling, like just to see how life is and how culture is in different states. So like I definitely want to visit Florida. I definitely want to visit New York. But as far as like living, I honestly enjoy it here, man. But again, who's to say I don't fall in love as I travel with a different state or a different region? Maybe I'll move out there, but who knows? But as of right now, I'm cool. I'm cool with living in California, man. I'm only like the IE is only like 1 hour from LA. A lot of opportunity out there, and yeah, pretty cool over here.
So let's go into a deep dive. 3 years ago, almost June 25th, not June 25th, June 5th, 2022. You made your first Instagram post, not real post. Now, this is of you in a hat posing in front of a Lamborghini, I believe an Aventador, right?
Yeah,
Is that yours?
nah,
Okay, all right,
nah, nah. Ain't
that's
my
fine.
whip. That ain't my whip. That ain't my whip.
No, that's
Okay,
fine. Okay, no, yeah,
long story short, around that post, me and my boys were gonna go to one of my other buddies' house and just kick it, and we wanted to go to the gas station first, and this guy with his Huracan, it was a Lamborghini Huracan, he pulls up, and I see like a cross on the rear, on his window actually, like the little like quarter panel window, if that makes sense.
yeah.
So I start chopping it up about him, with him about that, about faith, and then he opens the door, check it out. I was like, "Hey, is it cool if I get some pictures?" He said, "Yeah." So I just dropped it.
No, that's funny. I actually thought it might have been your car. I'm like, I don't know, man. Like, if this was your car, like that'd be pretty sick.
One
Are
day,
you
bro.
into cars
One
at all?
day.
Are you into
What was
cars
that?
at all? Are you into
Oh
cars at
yeah,
all?
yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. 100%. Yeah, I love cars, bro.
Did you I don't know if you saw my profile, but I had some interesting I had a series a while back getting picked up in exotic cars at school. That's pretty cool.
Oh dang. What's your favorite car?
Favorite car? If I had to pick one, I think Rolls Royce. Rolls Royce. They don't really change that much. It's not like the difference between a Huracan or not a Huracan, Porsche, a Huracan and an Aventador. I guess we're like two different cars, right? And a
Hmm.
completely different design. For the most part, Rolls Royces are pretty much the same. Feels like you're inside of a pair of headphones. That's how I describe it. It's very quiet, like and it's very smooth, very smooth. If I had to pick one car, it'd be that. In terms of raw speed, though, I like the Lamborghinis. You really can't go wrong there. The
A little
design
SVJ.
too. What?
Get a little SVJ or something.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
I think long term a Rolls Royce might be a little bit like just cleaner,
Which
easier to
one?
maintain.
Like a Cullinan, Wraith.
I mean, like I said, like they're not too different, so
Oh, yeah.
probably a Wraith.
That's cool, bro. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool.
You
Like if I had to pick one car or just like
one. You pick one car.
Okay. One car. You would have to balance like luxury as well as speed.
Right.
And if I were to choose, bro, I think, man, what's been on my mind right now actually is a S65 Coupe AMG. Bro, those are like they just look beautiful to me, bro. Like as of right now, that's probably one of my dream cars.
Mhm.
Like an exotic. Like I'd probably go. I'd probably go McLaren. There's a McLaren. It's like there's one seat in it though, and it's in the middle. I think it's called a Speedtail. Yeah,
Right.
I think it's called the McLaren Speedtail. Yeah. That's like my dream car, bro.
Well, the only thing with McLarens is that they tend to have a lot of issues. Like I know they have like rust coming out of the shop sometimes because they're designed to be race cars, which are not meant for long term. They're meant for like just quick speed. Not like supposed to be daily drivers. That's the only thing with McLarens. Otherwise, they are very cool. But I just don't think you can beat the design of a Lamborghini. You just can't. Like a Lamborghini, especially like an Aventador, the butterfly doors.
Man, yeah.
Like you just can't. Like when you see a Lamborghini, you know it's a Lamborghini, right? When you see like some of the cars like look pretty similar. Like a Ferrari kind of looks like some other cars, right? You could say Rolls Royce looks like some other cars, but you can't say that a Lamborghini looks like anything else. When you see a Lamborghini, especially in like white or red or black, you know it's a Lamborghini,
Yeah.
right?
That's facts. That's facts. You know what's funny actually? I will have to disagree with you though, because when the C8 first came out and I didn't know what it was, I seen some dude at the mall like pull up in it. Yeah, I think he like I think he wrapped it like a gloss neon green. I was like, bro, like, is that a Lambo? Or like, bro, like what car is that? Ended up being a C8, but I mean to the untrained eye, I ain't gonna lie, it looked like a Lambo. Maybe I'm bugging, but
I don't know. I've always felt like if I see a Lamborghini, I'm like, dude, that's a Lamborghini. Like, there's no
facts, yeah.
way. It may be with Ferrari, you could definitely mistake for something else. Like, Ferraris don't have like a super crazy design. But yeah, I mean, with that being said, though, what are your goals in terms of like, money and stuff like that? Are you planning to become like super rich one day? Or are you just like, I love content. I want to keep making content because I love content.
You know, that's a good question. Me personally, if I'm being like 100% honest, I want to be financially free at a young age. I want to start a family at a young age, and I want to be able to be there for my kids, like and watch them grow up at a young age. Like I want to be young, and I want to be very successful. So, I love content though. That's one thing that I'll never stop doing, no matter what niche I'm in, no matter like what like consistency I'm in. I'll always be creating content though. That's for sure.
I gotta ask this now. Is there any content that you hate to see? Like, is there any content that pops up on your feed and you're like, oh, not this again. This sucks. Like, this is the worst content I've ever seen. You know, I know I feel that way with some content.
Um, probably the freaking the Bop House content, bro. Like, bro, I'm not gonna lie, it just be popping up, and you can't do nothing about it. Like, you don't like or interact with any of that sort of content, or that OnlyFans model content, but bro, it just keeps popping up. That's what bothers me.
It's a it's a true cancer. That's what I'll put it as. It's a cancer. Actually, no, cancer is not that. It doesn't spread to other people. Let's use something a little bit more contagious. Herpes. It's like the equivalent to you know what I'm saying? Like it's the herpes of content. That's what I would say it as.
The herpes of content, bro. I've not heard that one. That's funny.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, because the flu is a little too painful,
Right,
but like herpes is just bad enough to where it's like, all right, this is annoying. This is a minor inconvenience. Everybody has herpes. Everybody knows about herpes. Like it's true. Like 2/3 of the population has herpes, and everybody's
right.
seen the Botox, and they're just annoying enough to where it's like, all right, this is an issue. So I would say herpes. It's the herpes of content.
Man, gotta go, bro. I don't know what Instagram, TikTok's agenda is, but that gotta go. You know what I'm saying, man?
All right. Well, it probably makes them a lot of money. That's probably why they're doing that.
Yeah, it's eye candy, man. At the end of the day, business is business. Like yeah, I'm a Marty, unfortunately, but brothers in Christ, we just gotta stay strong. You know what I'm saying? And we'll be all right.
Yeah. It's insane to think about like the amount of money too that things like those things like rake in. Like
Bro,
each
did you hear
page,
about Sophie Rain's like annual
$40
income?
million. Yeah.
Yeah, bro. It's crazy, bro.
I
So
can only imagine. Yeah, go on, go on, go on.
like you see business owners put their blood, toil, tears, and sweat into like a startup business or like whatever business they may be, and maybe expect to see like $10 million in like 10, 20 years, if that. And you just see like OnlyFans models bust out like 4 times that in 1 year. But yeah, bro, I wouldn't. I know it's not even a question that you didn't ask me or like that, but I just want to put out there, bro. I'm never doing anything like that, bro. Like, I believe that your content should stay somewhat in your morals, and it seems so lawless, bro. Like these OnlyFans creators, these Bop House creators, whatever like kind of niche you're in within this entire like nude need. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, bro, like keep all I'm gonna say is to anyone who wants to start content or anyone who wants to get into content, keep your morals, please. Because I'll take you farther than anyone or any dollar amount could.
Follow Jesus, the ultimate, um, the ultimate King, the ultimate Lord and Savior. Follow Jesus. If I had to say that one piece of advice ever, follow Jesus. Follow him. Right? He's gonna guide you on the right path. Don't follow the Bop House, please. No. Yeah. So I remember it's also crazy too because it's such a what's it called, a predatory industry, right? Because all these young girls get picked up by these very big managers that take like 70% of their money, and like still these girls are left with like millions of dollars, and it's like they're encouraged to be basically bad people, like with a certain somebody who I'm not going to name, who's getting her younger brother into like to promote her content, and you know who I'm talking about, but I refuse to give this person attention.
Yeah. We don't go mention names.
Yeah, except for Sophie Rain, who is basically like ultra famous at this point.
Yeah, bro, I ain't gonna lie, her kids eating. Like, bro, the Rain family is good for a couple generations. I will say, man, I don't like the way they got their money, but hey, I mean,
It's the Kardashians. It's like the Kardashians.
how do you feel about the Kardashians?
Not a super big fan. I mean, like it's kind of funny, like how they're even famous. Um, Considering that Robert Kardashian was like a super talented lawyer, and then his daughter had like a super controversial sex tape, and that was how they got famous. Like it's just perfect amount of stars aligning.
Do you think she's an industry plant?
Yeah, 100%. Kim Kardashian. 100%. There's
Yeah,
the CEO of TMZ actually once said, he's like, oh, I remember being on phone calls with Kim Kardashian when she was like 14 years old, you know. So and like knowing her dad pretty well, so I just have a feeling.
yeah, I would not doubt it. It would not surprise me either, to be honest.
Well, with that being said, our industry plant's a real thing, and you know, like from your perspective, do you think that they're a real thing?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah,
Is there
100.
any is there any examples of that that you feel comfortable sharing?
Yeah, Bobby Altoff, bro, dog, she came out of literally nowhere with an interview with Drake. Come on, bro. Like, I understand she had a little bit of motion because in the past, like, she would do like those videos. By the way, I don't really like follow her. I don't keep up with her like that. I just watched this off a documentary because I was curious and always believed that she was like a little industry plant. But apparently in the past, she would post like mom oriented TikTok videos, and she would do like small podcasts interviewing like smaller people at the time. She had a little bit of motion, a couple 100,000 followers. Then literally out of nowhere, she pops out with Drake on an interview, and then her career goes up, and it's absolutely insane. Like now you don't hear about her. Who knows if like her industry plant boosted reach just ended in 1 year. It was only good for 365 days, but you don't hear from her at all. So, I mean, there's a lot of other stuff you can get deeper into it, but that's just my 2 cents on it.
Well, now we're starting to slowly see the end of the Hawk girl, Haley Welch. I feel like
Oh, her
she
too.
came. What?
Her too.
Yeah, where we saw her just shoot up. Now it's like I don't hear about her anymore. I think it's because the joke is over. But
Yeah, like she had I think like the main thing that like got her like in a bad position in her career is like the meme coin situation. But I kind of believe her because apparently her team like or someone reached out to her team to create this meme coin. This is when meme coins were hot like 2 months ago. and they pretty much rug pulled the crap out of her audience and for everyone who like bought in, and allegedly she didn't know about it, and that just got her like in all types of drama and on a freaking generational decline.
You just reminded me of something because you're talking about offers. This is a question I wish I would ask more. What is the weirdest or craziest DM that you have ever gotten?
Bro. You know, people on the internet be something, bro. Um, bro, like there's this. I'll always say, bro, like I've got one DM asking for like feed pics, bro. Like I ain't doing that, bro. But like it's just, bro, people just be so down bad on the internet, bro.
You
And
also
I don't
made a
even
problem.
post anything like that at all. Like to be getting those DMs, but you know how people be.
What about offers? What's some like the crazier offers that you've gotten to do like anything?
Uh, like from well, I mean, they're just like random DMs. Like there was one I got from like a sugar mom. We're talking about some, like I'll pay you like $500 a month if you just like. They didn't. The thing is, like she didn't tell me like what to do, but she just like wanted to be like a sugar mom and like pay me money like per week. But I just obviously I'm not interested in that, bro. Like you know, just this weird stuff.
And this was like a real person, not a bot.
No, it was actually a real person. Yeah, like the account like it was active for a minute, bro. Like yeah.
Ugh. So what about like interesting, like cool offers? Like not necessarily like the weird ones. Like what are some of the cooler offers that you've gotten because of your reach?
Um, there these offers haven't gotten set in stone. Unfortunately, they didn't fall through. But like one cool opportunity I can name off the top of my head was an offer I got from this company called Obviously. And what Obviously is that they connect creators to brands. And obviously the Obviously team was working with Lincoln, you know, like the car company Lincoln, the luxury Ford Motors. They contacted me to do some content for Lincoln and to go about an application, and essentially they'll lend me or they'll ship me like one of their cars for about like a week or so. I'll do content on it according to their brief, as well as doing some personal stuff. And unfortunately that one didn't fall through, but that one was pretty cool, like just seeing like the potential and just making like, because I just started off doing like funny videos, and to kind of see an offer like that was pretty crazy. Even though it didn't go through, it was, you know, just the fact that the offer got delivered to me was very, very surreal.
So do you ever feel like, and this is something that happens with a lot of creators, but do you ever feel like you don't deserve the fame, right? Or do you feel like you 100% earned it? Because there's some people that feel like, I don't deserve this. Like, this is too much, right? Like once they start getting support, again, imposter syndrome. Did you ever feel that way?
I mean, I'm never the type to be like an entitled person. Like, I'm never gonna be like, oh yeah, I worked so hard for everything, I deserve everything, because that's not how it is in my eyes. You know, I do believe I work hard. I do believe that I've been consistent in the field that everyone tends to quit after a short period of time, you know. But it still blows my mind that I have an audience that actually like cares about me, supports me, watches the videos, tunes in, checks in on me. You know, like it's a blessing, and like it's something you can't take for granted at all. You know, because they're always showing up for me, and the least I could do is to continue on my end to cater to them by posting and interacting with them and all that good stuff. So it's a blessing, man. It's a blessing.
Do you want to have kids in the future?
Yes, 100%.
How do you want to raise your kids? What morals and values do you want to instill them with?
Um, well, obviously, keep God close. God will always be number one, you know. Um, don't be peer pressured, because there's a lot of peer pressure around that leads kids astray. And to that's a really deep question. Those probably those two things, like to not ever like be pressured into doing something they don't want to do, and to stick to their morals by following Christ.
Do you ever foresee yourself? Um, what actually, no, let me ask this question instead. What kind of legacy do you want to leave behind? And how long do you want to live for?
Like in terms of like my lifetime, how many years do I
Yeah,
want to live?
yeah, yeah.
As long as possible. Like I want to say I at least want to live up to like 90 years old at least, like hopefully 100, bro, like God willing, you know. But the type of legacy is honestly like a message that I want to leave for everyone out there. Um, be you, be you. The world doesn't need another Kai Cenat. The world doesn't need another Speed. The world needs you, you know. Never switch up for a bag. Never switch up for people. Never do any of that. Just be the best version of yourself. I know it sounds cliche, but make sure you're always giving yourself good constructive criticism and improve every single day. I believe that everyone's life mission should be um to every day you should strive to reach your fullest potential. So in doing so, that'll just take you far. And that's the message I want to deliver to everyone who's watching or to just my content creation journey.
All right. 2 final questions. Number 1, any advice for young people?
Yeah, yeah, that's pretty much it right there. But you know, the youth has such a big like inspiration on today's world. I'm not trying to like say I'm like old or call myself like uncle, you know what I'm saying? But like, um, again, just stay true to your values. Stay in school if that's what you want to do. Listen to your parents. Like I said again, keep God in your life because this world is getting more wicked and wicked as days go. And if you have a dream, chase it. Bet on yourself. You know, a lot of people are going to be applying to their colleges. A lot of people are going to be blue collar workers. A lot of people are going to be doing whatever they want to do. But if it's not something that you want to do, then don't do it. As simple as that, man. If you have a dream, chase it, stick with it, work hard at it because you're not going to have the energy or the time that you have now ever again in your life. So put the work in now. Say no. It's okay to say no. Say no to people that invite you over to like parties on the weekends or hangouts. You know, it's okay to say no. And if they're good enough friends, they'll support you in your answer of saying no. So that's my advice.
Any final words to the audience?
First of all, thank you, George, for having me. This is my first interview. This is honestly like a goal of mine that I wanted to have for like that I had for quite some time now. So thank you for the opportunity. Thank you for watching the video, for whoever's watching out there. And stay blessed.
In 3, 2, 1.